Actually, we're going to start on our backs. We're starting on our backs. You could keep your strap close or not. Finding Shavasana, long legs. Let your toes fall to the side, shoulders are down, palms are up. And keep your eyes open. And we're going to do 5 breaths in through the nose. 4 more long inhales. 3 more. Inhale. Inhale. Last one, make it your best. Long inhale. Close your mouth so you seal your lips. And you draw your breath from the back of your throat, Ujjayi, victorious. Long inhales and exhales through the nose. Bringing the hands to the heart center while you're lying here. Lower your chin towards your chest. Eyes are closed now. Set an intention. Making that intention towards what it is you want to create in your own life. And then release your hands back down. Bring your feet into butterfly pose. So soles of your feet come together, the knees fall to the side. Shoulders are down, palms are up. And gravity does the work here as your hips are gently opening. Your knees just start to fall further towards the ground. And feel the opening in your thighs. Take your hands back up behind you, interlace your thumbs, and press your thumbs to the wall behind you. Draw your belly in, try to get your lower back on the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen your arms. Draw the belly in and up. And then let it go as you exhale. Hands back at your sides, knees together. Press your heels away from you, Shavasana. Right leg comes in, wind liberating pose. So clasp below that knee and pull. Remember, you're checking that your knee, your shoulder, your hip, and your heel are in one line. Try to get your left calf on the ground and flex your left toes towards you. Pull a little bit more. And then take your left hand on the outside of your right thigh and roll to the left as you look to the right. You can release your right hand and look over your shoulder. Drawing the belly in and up. Good. Come on back. Lengthen that right leg. Lower it down and find tree pose on this side. So do whatever tree you like to do when you stand, or go a little further because the ground supports you here. Pull your left toes towards you, get your left calf on the ground. So if you were standing, your left foot would be in the position that you would be able to stand on it. You can take your hands back up behind you, reach, lengthen. Try to get your lower spine on the ground and draw the belly button in. Bringing your hands down to your heart, release your hands at your side, right leg lowers, back to Shavasana. Left leg comes in, clasp below the knee and pull. So elbows are at your sides, knee, hip, heel in one line. Right calf is on the ground and those toes are towards you. Pull a bit more as you exhale. Right hand to the outside and you roll to the right hip now as you look to the left. Back, lengthen that left leg and lower it down and take it into tree on this side. So remember, you want to be able to stand on that right foot, so check it. Lengthen your arms if you're growing your tree and expanding. And then as your hands come to your heart center, the left leg lowers down, back to Shavasana for a moment. Draw a deep breath in as you pull both knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your knees. So get your toes and heels to touch. Pull your knees in a bit more. If you can't grab opposite elbows, you're grabbing wrists or forearms. And then with your head on the ground, just look between your knees. This is where you might want to rock side to side or forward and backward a little bit. And just loosen. Good, and then release your hands, knees are bent, feet are flat, and go right into bridge. So just lift your hips, clasp your palms underneath your thighs, roll your shoulders under, press your left foot into the ground, and then lift your right. Flex that foot, just feel it. Lower that leg down and lift the left. Flex that foot, maybe lift your hips a bit higher if you can. Lower that leg down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Lower back down, roll to your right. Now, so we're just going to move through a few sun salutations, balancing postures, and then we're going to be back on the ground doing more stretching. So drop the belly, inhale, look up. Exhale and round that spine. Drop your belly as you look up and you're inhaling, exhaling round. A few more. Looking up, inhaling. Exhale, the spine rounds. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Last one. Inhale. As you exhale, take your hips to your heels. Child pose. Hold it a moment. Inhale, come back up. Cow. Exhale, round your spine all the way back down. 3 more. Inhale, come on up. Cow. Exhale, down you go. Child's pose. 2 more. Inhale, come up. Belly drops. Heart opens. Exhale and round. Child's pose. Last one. Come on up. Drop the belly. Open the heart. Round your spine. Back you go. Take your hands all the way to the right so you know you're going to get that yummy stretch on the left side of your body here. As you pull your left wrist and get your hips to your heels. Make your way back to center and walk your hands all the way out to the other side, grabbing your right wrist now, taking a peek under the left shoulder, hips down. Good. Make your way back, tabletop, tuck your back toes under, lift your hips and down dog. So we always walk the dog a little bit here, pedaling the feet back and forth. Check your shoulders. Check that your wrists are parallel with the mat. And then work to get both heels down. Inhale, roll forward to a high plank, lower to your knees, lower all the way down to the mat. Cobra. So just lift your chest, look ahead. You could look up. Breathe. Back you go. Tabletop. Down dog. Pedal it out again or stay still. Take an inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Again, down to your knees, all the way down to the mat. This time, take your hands back to your hips, feet are wide, come halfway up. So keep those elbows bent. Beautiful. Forehead down, adjust your hands, tabletop, down dog. Pedal those feet again, back and forth. We're moving nice and slow. Roll forward again to a high plank. This time, come halfway down, push yourself forward to your up dog or lower your hips. I'm going to lower my hips, but your arms are almost straight. Take a peek over your right shoulder. As you do so, lower that left hip down and soften. Come back to center and then go the other way. Lower your chin, tabletop, down dog. Straight legs, let's take little steps all the way to the top of the mat, feeling your legs as you come on up. Press your toes into the ground, lift your hips, let that head be heavy, and then shake your head yes and shake it no. Feel what's going on in those legs, those shoulders. Palms together, pressing those feet into the ground. Make your way up, hands to your heart. Just take an inhale and an exhale. Sweep the arms up, look up, a back bend, and a forward fold. Down you go. Lengthen and bow. Lengthen, right leg back, lunge. So we're high on those back toes, the left hip is back, right hip is forward, and it's a long spine. So check that belly, you want to lift it in and up. Don't relax it on your thigh. Activate it. Hands to the ground, find your plank. Now you have a choice here to go to dog pose, upward facing, and downward facing. Take 3 long breaths. Inhale and exhale, Ujjayi breath. Mouth is closed. I like to sometimes say it's a good thing to keep your mouth closed, even off the mat. Right foot comes to the top. So we'll lunge on the other side. The right hip is back, left hip is forward. Let's feel this side. Soften. Left foot comes up, forward bend. Round up, reach those arms up, go back. Down you go again, forward fold. Lengthen, left leg back. Right foot to plank. Chaturanga, upward facing. And downward facing. Hold it for a couple of breaths. Check in, check those shoulders, those quads, those hamstrings. Left foot to the top. Good. Right foot, forward fold, round up. Reach up, go back, and all the way down you go. Forward bend. Lengthen. Right leg back. So right knee comes to the ground, your back foot is flat, and you sweep the arms up. You look up, bring your hips forward, and your arms back. So you can also cactus your arms here, or bring your palms by your sides, pull your shoulders back. Hands to the ground, down dog. Stay there. Pedal, pull the shoulders down, take them out to the sides. Right foot to the top, lunge. Left knee down, back foot is flat, and you sweep the arms up. Same thing here, belly is in. Cactus, to your sides. Open up that heart. Hands to the ground, left foot to the top, forward bend. Round up, reach up, go back, down again. Lengthen, left leg back. Hands to your thigh, up you come, and we're going to stay here for a moment. So I really want you to feel the back of that left leg, the quad of that left leg. Send the hamstring up to the ceiling. Stay here. Now we sweep the arms up and we hold. You could look up if you're balanced. Both hands down and twist to the right. Look up. Spread your fingers, hold it there. Now we're going to counter that. Right hand on the inside, lengthen your spine, left arm is up, and look up. Both hands on the inside, turn your feet to the side, grabbing your big toes and pull. So press your toes into your fingers. Squeeze your quads as you lift your hips and bow that head. So activate your quads. Activate your fingers on your toes. Activate your shoulders as you take them out to the sides. And remember to inhale and exhale. Releasing from here, turn to face the front for your lunge. Right leg goes back, down dog. Pedal or stay still. Working to get your heels lower, all the way down, and eventually lifting your toes. Left foot now comes to the top. Hands to that thigh as you come up, and you feel that stability. Feel that back leg. Sit a bit more. Shoulders are back and down, and the arms come up. You could look up, holding it. Hands to the ground. Left hip lowers as you sweep the right arm up, and you look up. Left hand on the inside. Lengthen your spine first. Twist to the right. Spread your fingers. Chin to your shoulder. Both hands are down. Turn the other way now. Turn the other way. This time take your hands back behind you and clasp them and turn your palms up if you're able. Lift those hips, squeeze them as you bow that head. Lengthen your spine. Squeeze those quads. Inhale and exhale. Hands to the ground, turn to face the front for a lunge. Left leg goes back, down dog. Wide-legged child's pose, knees to the edge of the mat, big hip toes touch, forehead to the ground. 5 breaths. This time, however, I want you to plug your fingertips into the mat. Squeeze your shoulders. Pull them towards each other, the center of your spine, and use your fingers as leverage to get your booty to your heels. Two more breaths. Good. Take your left hand straight out in front and thread your right arm underneath your left shoulder. Right ear comes down. Lengthen your left arm first. Get both hips down. You're looking to the left with your right ear on the mat, and then take your left hand behind your back and try to grab your right hip. Try to work the back of your head on the mat so you're looking up. And then back you come. Opposite hands. Right hand extends, left hand goes through, left ear down now. And then take your right hand behind you. Try to grab your left hip or thigh. Work the back of your head on the mat. You're breathing. Come on back, tabletop. Right hand extends as the left leg lifts. You're going to inhale, exhale, and squeeze. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you squeeze. Lengthen. Contract. Right hand down, modified side plank. Left arm is up, left leg extends, or you kick into your hand with your foot. And then let it go, tabletop. Left hand reaches, right leg lifts. Squeeze it as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Squeeze it. When you release, it's modified side plank. Kick up your right leg. Other side. And tabletop. Tucking those back toes under, down dog. 2 breaths here. You should be able to get your heels down now, or they should be closer. Straight legs, little steps all the way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you need to pick up your feet and step on your hands. So this is hands to feet pose, Padahastasana. Press your toes in to the tops of your wrists as your head lowers and your hips lift. So imagine you're folding in half. Try to let the weight of your head pull you down more. And just soften. A different perspective, a different point of view. And take your fingers out, release them, walk your feet to the edge of the mat and sit down in your yogi squat. So you could sit low. You could sit high. It's up to you. So everything that you do is good for you. It's all about. Awesome. Take a couple of breaths. if you're in the mood to play. And then from there, back to a forward fold, working your feet back together, and you round all the way up, reach up, go back, and then you go down again, forward fold. Lengthen, left leg goes back. Hands to your thigh again, up you come. Sweep the arms up, bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to open up Warrior Two. Expand your arms, get that right knee over the ankle and sit down. We pumped the Warrior 5 times today, so straighten the right leg, lift the arms, and then sit back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Take a seat as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last one, lift and release. Look to the left as you tilt to the right. Your forearm on your thigh and your left arm goes up. Really reach those fingers up from your shoulder. Come on back, Warrior Two. Reverse your warrior. Left hand down your leg. And you could look up or look down. Warrior Two, straighten the right leg. Reach to the right. Right hand is on your shin or the floor. Bring your left arm up and look up. Straight leg triangle. Just hold it there. Just feel the stretch on your legs and your arms and your back. Back Warrior Two, hands to the ground. Left foot comes to the top. Forward fold. Hang there for a moment. Hang there for a moment. Let your head be heavy. Round up. Reach your arms up. Back bend. Down you go again. Forward fold. Lengthen. Right leg back. Hands to that thigh, up you come. Hold it there, you've already been there before. Sweep the arms up. Hands to the heart. Warrior Two. So left toes are straight, right foot is at 90. Inhale, straighten the left leg, lift your arms. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift, and sit down. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Tilt to the left. Forearm is on your thigh. Right arm is up. You're reaching up. You're looking up. Chin to your shoulder. Come on back, Warrior Two. Reverse that warrior. Left knee is bent. Right hand down your leg. Look up or look down. Come back, Warrior Two. Straighten that left leg now as you reach. Left hand down. Right arm is up. You look up. Come on back, Warrior Two. Hands to the ground. Right foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. This time separate those feet again, grabbing your big toes, pressing your toes. Your feet back and forth. So as you fold in, try to get the top of your head to go to the ground. Get your face towards your shins. Lift your hips higher and that head lower. Your fingers, plug them into the earth. Just take a seat in that chair pose, but your hands are behind you this time. Looking ahead, pressing your heels into the ground. Come on up, hands at your sides, palms are open. Couple of breaths. If you want to take a drink here, you can. If you want to wipe down, you can. Otherwise, you stay still. Inhale and exhale. So bring those hands to the hips. Left foot steps back about 3.5 feet and you square your hips. So take your hands behind you, grabbing opposite elbows. Pull the right hip back, lengthen your spine, pressing into your left heel. Feel the stretch on your front leg. Try to get the top of the head further away from you. Breathe. Slight bend to the right knee, hands to the ground. Bring your toes to the center. Pull your right hip back. Straighten that leg as best you can. And then turn your toes to face the front. Just get a little bit more in that hamstring. We're going to turn to the side, so we're going onto the blades of our feet. We're going to the right, so you should be on the baby toe side of both your feet. Walk your hands out as much as you need to and just wiggle those hips. This is where you want to feel it mostly in your right leg, your IT band. This is twisted steer. Just let it go, just hang there. Walk to face the front, left foot, right foot back, 45 degrees, hands to the hips, come on out. So the first thing you do with the hands on the hips is you square them. Press into your right heel, hands come behind you, grab your opposite elbows halfway down. Keep pressing into that back heel, left toes forward. So you'll feel this in your left leg now. Lengthen your spine, head, and neck. Slight bend to the knee as you bring your hands to the ground. Left toes to the center. Pull your left hip back. Straighten that leg as best you can. If that means bringing your hands up on your shins, you do so. And then you straighten those toes. And just feel that extra stretch. Now we're turning the other way, rolling onto the blades of both feet. Now you'll feel it on your left leg. It's your IT band, so that runs up the outside of your leg. You can move back and forth, you can square your hips, just make adjustments where you feel it the most. Good, and then turn back to face the front. Right foot comes to meet the left, round up. Samastitihi or Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment. I'm going to do eagle and fly our eagle. I do eagle pretty much every time because it oils all the major joints in our body. So it's a great way to get your oil change. Sweep the arms up, right arm under, sit down, pick up your right leg and wrap it. Hips are square, shoulders are down. You can stay in your eagle if you choose to fly. You bow forward, release your arms, and then release your leg. Squeeze those arms in, eagle arms, or you can let them go. Right foot comes to the ground, Stitahi. Good. Sweep those arms up. Left arm under now. Sitting down. Press into your right foot as the left leg comes. The higher you get it, the better wrap you get. You sit down.
Staying on your perch or you bow forward. Left leg is back. Squeeze those arms in and letting go. And then back you come, left foot. Take a moment. So we're going to do dancing Shiva. Left leg is straight. Pick up your right knee is level with your belly button, but as you do so, take an inhale and let your belly button pull your leg up. Clasp below your knee first. Find your balance right there. Let's take our hand underneath our thigh. Hold it there for a moment. Kick your legs straight out as best you can. Bend your knee. Left hand to the outside as you take your right arm back behind you. Pull your shoulder back. You could look back if you're stable. Palm is up. Swing that arm around. Knee. Hold it there. Tree that we did tree on the ground before. Expressing yourself for whatever works for you. Awesome. Right leg down, hands at your sides, let go that side. Pick up, let go. Clasp below your knee, hold it for a moment. Stabilizing yourself. Taking your hands underneath your thigh and then kicking that leg out. Bend the knee, right hand to the outside, left hand behind you, pull that shoulder back, palm is up, and then swing it around. Hold it there for a moment. And then it's tree, Vrikshasana, tree stand. Excellent. Bringing the hands to the heart center. This is where you bow into yourself. So your eyes are closed, bowing into yourself, recognizing that once again you're showing up in your own life, taking care of you. This gives you permission and tools to take care of others. You honor the teachings, and we always honor everybody that participates. So bowing into yourself on your backs, Shavasana, where we're going to do some more floor exercises and stretching. Lengthen your legs, go to your breathing. Sometimes I like to focus on my belly lifting and falling here. And giving myself permission to lie still, to do nothing but breathe. Back to your butterfly pose, the soles of your feet are together. And your hands are at your sides. Maybe now just notice that your hips are a little more open. You can take your hands back behind you, interlace your thumbs, press those arms
away. Lower spine is down. And as you release, hands are at your sides, back to your butterfly pose. And then knees come together, heels away from you, Shavasana. Right leg in, wind liberating, so clasp and pull. At the end of the exhale, we're always that little bit more flexible, so you pull a bit more. Belly twist. Look to the right as your knee goes towards the left. Your belly is strong. And then back you come. Lengthen that right leg. Bend your left. Place your heel on the ground. Grab below your shin or behind your calf. Lift your upper body up to get your forehead to your knee. Straighten that leg and then point and flex your toes. Just do it a few times so you feel the leg, the quad, the hamstring, the calves. Good, and then lower your upper body, take your right heel on your left thigh, and right hand shoots through that hole. You grab below your knee or behind your thigh, and you pull and you push. So you pull the left side and push the right side away. This is where you want to soften your jaw, maybe move your jaw around a little bit. Just notice the tension that you have in your jaw. Keep pulling on the left as you work your right glute away. And breathe. And then release your legs all the way back down, Shavasana. Left leg in, clasp below the knee. Activate this side. This is the female side. And go into your belly twist. Roll to the right. Place your foot on the ground. The left leg lifts. Clasp behind your calf or behind your thigh. Upper body is up. Point and flex. Try to work your forehead towards your knee. And just breathe. And then the left heel comes on the right thigh now. Left hand goes through that hole. You're grabbing below the knee or behind the thigh. You pull and you push. We're remembering here that when we're sending any energy to the glutes, the hip area, that's the area where we store a lot of those unnecessary emotions that we hold on to. So this way we're able to release it and let it out of the body. Good. And then release that leg. Lower it down, Shavasana. Bend both knees. Hug both legs into your chest. And you're back to giving yourself a great big hug. So especially during these times that we're having right now, it doesn't matter how you feel that you are handling this, we all hold on to emotions in our body. And some of them we hold on to too long. They don't help us, they create disease inside of us. Good, and then just lengthen those legs. Take your hands underneath your booty, both of them, and then just point and flex your feet. Keep them straight up, we're not lowering them yet. Lengthen your legs, point and flex. Point and flex to feel that stretch. And now lower them down to 6 inches, pointing and flexing, supporting your lower back. So if you support your lower back and press your booty into your hands, your belly will tighten to keep your back protected. When you're 6 inches from the ground, bring those legs all the way back up, flex them, and go right into happy baby and smile. Pull on your feet as you push them up. Rock a little bit from side to side. And when you let go your happy baby, take your feet and land them on the outside of the mat with your knees bent. Right knee comes to the center, so you look down that line and check that that right leg is at 90 degrees. Take your left heel on top of your thigh and lengthen that right leg away from you. The heel is helping you lengthen that leg. Right hand comes behind you. So you're lengthening and stretching the right side of the body. Bringing your right hand down, take your right heel now to where your left knee was and just sit crisscross. So however you sit crisscross with your legs, you could flex your feet, you're on the ground, your palms are up. So work to get your heels further away from you in opposite directions. You're going to feel this in your hips and your glutes. If you're working your knees in and your feet are going out to the sides in opposite directions, especially if you have tight hips. Those of you who have open hips can do this more comfortably. Those of you who have tight hips can do eagle more comfortably. Good. Then from there, feet are up to the outside of the mat and just windshield wiper those legs back and forth a couple of times. Back and forth. Until you stop with the left knee in the center, taking your right heel on the outside of that thigh. The heel is helping you lengthen the left thigh away from you, and your left arm comes back behind you. So be less concerned about getting your left knee on the ground. Be more concerned about taking it and lengthening it. That's where you feel the stretch. And when you come out of it, hands are at your sides and go crisscross on the ground. So the left leg should be underneath this time, working your knees closer together and your heels in opposite directions. And if you flex your feet, you're going to feel it. I know I do. Especially if you've been sitting a lot in the house, or if you've been running outside, if you have the opportunity. Even though I've been working out, I've been doing a lot of work. So I've been sitting a lot as well, so the hips tighten up. Good, and then come out of that. Lengthen your legs, shake them out, shake them out. Roll to your right, press your left hand into the ground. We're going to do one last stretch before final asana. Take your legs out to the sides. Flex your feet. This is an interesting flexibility movement that you're going to do with your breath. So walk your hands out in front of you as far as you can. Some of you can come all the way down. I want you to exhale and stay where you end up at your exhale. Don't move. Take an inhale from where you are, and as you exhale all the air out of your lungs, see if you could go down even lower. I did. And hold it there. Take a deep inhale, deep inhale. As you exhale, soften and see if you can go a tiny bit more and hold it. Hold it right where you are. And then make your way back, bringing your legs to the edges of the mat. Hold it there for a moment. Take your hands behind you and just lift your hips. Lowering all the way back down with your hips, drawing your belly in, hands out in front of you, straight spine, lower all the way down to the mat for your final Shavasana. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Step into that final Shavasana and just stay there, breathing. Really stay in this position and try not to move or fidget.
So it is from this beautiful, peaceful place that you can start to awaken your body. You wiggle toes and fingers. And you bend your knees and you place your feet flat. You roll to your right side and you pause as you know in your position of new beginnings. And you press your left hand into the ground, you make your way up, you sit comfortably with your head bowed and your hands at your heart. Remember, you're always bowing into your magnificent self. You're so much better than you ever believe you are. We all are. As I humbly honor the place in you where the entire universe dwells. I humbly honor the place in you that is filled with love, filled with light, filled with peace, and filled with truth. No matter what is going on, we want to remember to always communicate from that place. Not only to ourselves, but to everyone, because we are connected. Our energy travels. We are one. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.